Good evening. My name is Melanie Lucas. I'm the president of the 33rd District PTA. I am joined tonight by Marcy Cottrell, Executive Vice President of 33rd District PTA, and Katie Enriquez, who is the Alameda Elementary PTA President and also the Downey Council Financial Secretary. Katie is here with us tonight to demystify the National PTA School of Excellence program for us and to help us do awesome things for kiddos. I know that sometimes this program seems a little bit intimidating, and she's here to show us that you can do this and you can do, and it's something awesome to do for your community. So thank you so much, and take it away, Katie.
All right, thank you guys. So as she said, my name is Katie Enriquez, and I'm so happy to be here tonight to kind of talk about School of Excellence, and really what it means, how easy it is to enroll, how manageable it is to kind of stay on top of the program and just complete all the steps to earn this designation. So, and I want to say I am by no means an expert, but I just really want to be here to kind of, like she said, demystify it and just show you guys how easy it is. I think the hardest part here is just really going to be to start and enroll. So if you guys can do that, it's going to be just, downhill from there, super easy along the way. So let's get started. First of all, just what is the National PTA School of Excellence. So it's the program that really just opens the lines of communication between your PTA and your school and the family. So that whole school community. And it's really going to take, the data-driven decisions that you guys make together to really make strong partnerships between the school and the parents. So it's going to help improve the educational experience overall for the well-being of your students. And let's see. So I kind of just took this little blurb from the National PTA website, but really, what does that mean? So it's going to help you enhance collaboration. It's going to strengthen that partnership between you guys. The data-driven decisions, what does that mean? Where does this data come from? And I'll talk about that in the next coming slides. So you're going to take that data and then kind of create a plan. How can you guys improve communications? And there's other focus areas that you guys can choose from. And then overall, it's just really to help improve the student experience. And then I put this QR code here, which will take you to the National PTA School, the landing page to kind of give you more information. And then just kind of the overview continued just breaks it down to kind of better understand, because a lot of people just think, what is National PTA School of Excellence, right? So it's just going to really help you be more understanding of your community. What are their needs? How do you want to make them feel welcome at school? It's going to provide you guys resources on how to build those relationships with your parents and the school admin and staff. It's going to help facilitate and foster those connections. It's going to give you the tools to kind of improve family engagement and your practices to kind of include more people. It's really just, how can you help your parents get more involved and feel like they want to be involved and they feel welcome. Let's see. So we have some important dates. So the ones with the red star are going to indicate it's a firm deadline. So October 15th, that is the last day to enroll. So you guys have 16 days today to easily log on and enroll. And it asks you a few simple questions, and I can show a slide towards the end to kind of just show you, like, it's not scary. The questions are very simple. And so October 15th is the date you want to enroll. Between now and November is when you want to send out a baseline survey. And I'll talk about the baseline survey next. December 1st is you're going to collect all those baseline surveys and submit it to the portal, kind of just showing you like a summary of where you guys are at. So once you submit that baseline survey, the next step in the process is from November until April is when you build your action plan based on the survey results. What do we want to work on? And then same for March through June is when you send out your final survey. And by June 15th is when you submit those results. So really, there's only 3 required dates to enroll, submit your baseline survey results, and then your final survey results. So it is super easy. So again, if you want to take a screenshot of that, you can remember those dates. National PTA also does a really great job with sending reminder emails. So if something's coming due, you'll get an email, and maybe like even the day before or the day of, you'll get a reminder email. So there's no way that this will, you can't forget about it. So as I mentioned, the National PTA School of Excellence, you want to register by October 15th. This is a QR code that will take you straight to the website where you can click to enroll. And then this is just a sample email of, once you do submit that application, it's going to say, congratulations, you've enrolled. Now let's get started, right? So just sharing that slide so you can see it's doable. Okay, so going back to the surveys, there was the baseline survey, which is like your initial survey, and the final. So for the baseline, this is going to send out a survey to your school community. You can use all types of forms or ways to send out the survey. I use Google Form. So you can send that out to your parents and give a deadline. If you guys want to send me a chat, I'll have my email at the end of this presentation. So if you guys want to use my Google form, I can easily copy it over and send it to you. Just, change your name to your school, your PTA, and it's super easy to send out to your family. So the Google form is a great option for sending out your baseline survey. And what's cool about it is that you'll get the responses so that when you need to submit it by the December 1st due date, one of the questions is to they want to see, how did you gather that information? And there's a part where you can insert the link. So with Google Form, you can export it to a Google Sheet, and that sheet you can share it on your submission. So it's super easy to use and share that information with National PTA. All right, so same thing with final survey results. So this is really going to just kind of give you an idea of like how you are compared to the baseline. So baseline, you got to work on this. Like I think the questions are like, the answers for the certain questions are like always, frequently, sometimes, never, or I don't know. So it's really just kind of getting those baseline questions and answer the results and comparing it to your final survey results and just seeing like, did you guys grow? Did you guys improve? What else can you do? So it's just a great way to compare those results. And the same thing, submitting it using Google Forms, exporting it to Google Sheets, and submitting that by June 15th. Okay. Moving on. So when you are submitting your survey results, it's going to give you some questions. So with your baseline survey, you're going to answer some questions, and it's going to like prompt you to think about, what are your action plans? What areas of focus do you want to work on? So some of the questions are like, why did you choose to enroll in School of Excellence program? And what is the standard and goal that you have related to your focus area? So the questions are not scary. Don't overthink it. Just look at your baseline survey results and just see like some of the questions in the survey are kind of like, is communication to parents kind of like, if you have like English and Spanish and you're making it easily accessible to those. Some parents might say always, some might say like never, like I don't see that communication easily accessible for us, right? So then you'll know like this is something we can work on. So again, these are just some of the questions that you'll be asked when you submit your survey results. Don't overthink it. It's super easy. It's just meant for you to really get thinking about what you can do. And then as I mentioned, these are the focus areas. So you'll have to pick one when you're submitting your action plan. So let's see, the National Standard for Family School Partnership, you can choose education and enrichment, health, safety, and well-being, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So then just going based on that, and then you can pick another standard below, to one, do you want to, be more welcoming to the families? Do you want to communicate better and more effectively? Support student success, speak up for every child, share power, and collaborate with community. And you can definitely do more than these, but it's going to prompt you to pick one for your action plan. All right. So then I'm just going to share a success story. So Alameda PTA, we earned the designation for both 2022 to 24, and then most recently for the 2023 to 25. And I only put this in here just to show you guys, like, if I can do it, you guys can do it. The program is super achievable. If you guys just start it, answer the questions, think about ways that you guys can improve, it's doable. It's achievable for you guys. And then they send you guys a banner that you can proudly hang. And then, once you earn that designation, it's super important to celebrate your hard work, celebrate it with the people who matter most, the students at your school, because we're all doing this for our students, right? So what we did is we celebrated it at one of our Tiger Pride assemblies. We invited our city council officials. So you can see some of them there. And we had a whole assembly for it. It was a lot of fun. We had city officials there. We had our district office superintendents come. We had a few Board of Education members come. We had Dawn Green from Cerritos College, a Board of Trustees come, and of course our Downey Council PTA representatives. So it's really important to kind of just show the parents, the students, the staff, like, you guys worked hard for it. So it's nice to kind of show them all the stuff that you're doing. And then we also received the Mayor's Excellence Award. And it's just very nice to be recognized and honored for all the work that you guys put in. So definitely reach out to all the ways that you guys can celebrate, because that always makes everyone feel good, right? For the work that we do for free. Okay. And I know I talked really fast, probably because I'm really nervous. So does anyone have any questions? Does anyone want me to go back and talk about something specifically? Anna.
Hi, Katie. Hi, everybody. Great job. Thank you for sharing all the wonderful information. I know that when we did this, it was I don't know if some of the people here have this question, but when you're thinking of the pre-survey and the post-survey, just so everyone knows, the questions are already there. You do not have to think about what survey questions we're going to ask. The survey questions will already be there, because I know that was kind of like, oh my gosh, what questions am I going to ask? They're already there. So it's just a matter of you sending it out to your community.
Right. That is a very good point. So they do give you the questions that they want you to put in the survey out there. So like I said, I have the Google form from previous years, and what I do is I just copy and make a new one for the current year that's relevant. And just, if anyone wants to do that and use mine, I can make a copy and send it to you guys, and you can just edit it to put your unit name. Sybil, sorry.
Hi, thank you so much. Fabulous presentation. Quick question, is this strictly for our PTA members, or is this for the entire community?
It is for your school community.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I guess my bigger question would be, what is how would you go about, and this, because this is the first time I've been on the meeting, second year as PTA president, but what is getting the community to get involved with this and taking this survey? Have you found any resources to make them want to fill out? I mean, because there's so many emails that our families get, whether it's their weekly newsletter or whatnot. Is there something that we can connect to our community in a better way to get them to want to take the survey?
Yeah, to get them to want to is kind of a tough question, but I think making it easy and accessible is key. So maybe posting it on social media and putting a QR code, or if you share it to your story, adding a link that they can easily just click. Because I think a lot of times people see a QR code and like, oh yeah, okay, I'll get to it later. Because it can be tricky. Like, how can I take a picture of a QR code on my phone? But there is a workaround around that. If you take a screenshot of a photo that has a QR code on it, and you go to the photo in your photos album and you hold down the QR code, it'll bring up the website. But anyways, so just giving different options. So social media post, sending an email. If your school sends like newsletters, asking the principal or admin to include that link, and then really just giving a maybe a few weeks time frame. So, and then sending reminders.
Sorry, quick follow-up question. We have a very diverse school. We're a Title I school. Does the survey come in multiple languages?
So I took the time to write out the question and translate it into, I have English and Spanish. Other than that, I don't have another language. Anna or maybe Jen, if you guys are on, do you remember if there were other languages provided by California State PTA, or do they just give it to you in the English and then we have to translate it out?
I know we just did English and Spanish because that's our community. But I'm sure there would be a way for you to translate it into whichever languages your community serves.
Yeah. Alma?
Hi, yeah. Thank you for this, by the way. When it comes to translating into different languages, is it, and I haven't seen the questions, is it, just because in Reflections it has the English wording and then it has the Spanish right underneath it. Is that what it was? The English question and then right underneath it in Spanish?
Yes. Are you talking about the Google form?
Yeah. Yeah, because we have also a diverse population, and so to try to translate it into like Chinese, Korean, in Urdu, I believe it's Hindi, it would take like a big chunk of space. Do you think that it would be separate surveys or just the one with just all the languages?
Because it can be lengthy, I would, and if you have more than two, I maybe do a Google form link for English, another one for a different language, and then they can choose. Like if it's, you want English, click here, another language, click here. So I mean, whatever you think would work best, do that. And then you can even add questions to the Google form. So like what I did is I took National PTA's questions, like the standard questions that you have to ask, and then I added questions at the end, like, how do you feel about Alameda PTA? What can we do differently? Like more geared towards like, I want to know more than just what National PTA is asking for, So if you're going to take the survey, might as well get more questions out of it. Lori?
So just this is not language question, but just to clarify, so this is for all the PTAs. It's not for just one school.
It is for one unit.
For one unit. Okay.
Multiple schools or multiple units within the same designation.
Okay, so every school can apply for this in the district.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, and then so it's definitely not like a PTA council level thing. It's something that the president probably does or assigns someone on the exec board to get going.
Right. So each unit would be responsible for enrolling their own PTA.
Okay. Okay, that's what I originally thought, but I got confused a little bit. But you were great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Let me just show you real quick. Can you guys see this Google form?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. So this is kind of what I did. Just the National PTA School of Excellence. This happened to be the final survey. Just briefly explaining what this is for and why we're asking for it. And then you can see I cut to translating it to Spanish. So it can be pretty long, especially if you have more than two languages. So if you want to separate it out and do different Google forms for each language, that would be great. It's just going to take time for you guys to manage and look at all the responses and providing that feedback back to National PTA. So this one of the questions, our school creates a welcoming environment, and then here's an example, and then translated in Spanish. So the parent is going to say like, okay, does my school create a welcoming environment? Yeah, they do it pretty frequently, right? So it's just all these questions get answered. And say you get a lot of frequently and sometimes, or you get sometimes and never, by the final one, you want to get like always or frequently, like you kind of want to improve. All right, any other questions? Yes, Melissa.
Hi, quick question. So some of our families don't really respond well to some things online sometimes, and sometimes they don't. Would we be able to send out like a sheet, like a printout for this, or should?
Yeah, there you can send out your survey however you want. You can do both online. You can send forms home, have them turn it back in. And that's another question they ask is how did you engage in the community to get these results? So whatever works best for you and your school community, that would be great.
And then is there like a minimum, like if we send it out and we're pushing it, we're just not getting people to fill it out? Like what is a minimum of how many families need to fill out?
I don't recall seeing a minimum. I remember our first year applying, I think we got like 15 people reply. It's not that much. And then you saw this last one, we had 25 people respond. So there's no minimum. It's just hopefully the more people you can get, the better, just to kind of curve your results a little bit.
Okay, yes, it's our first time doing it, so I'm a little nervous about that. Like, maybe we're not going to get people to respond to this.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. It's hard to get a lot of people to participate, and it's like, oh my God, another email, another survey, another this. So it's hard, it's challenging. But I think just different options for people, like we were saying, how to promote it, like put it on social media, share it to your stories with an easy click link, and they can just takes 5 minutes of your time, right?
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Kimberly has her hand up as well.
Oh, Kimberly.
I'm just curious. I know we have like a few schools in Downey that have this now. Is there also one at the council level?
No, this is specific to the unit level and their school. So ideally you want to earn this designation with your school. So partnering with the staff and the admin and cultivating that welcoming environment and, improving communication and all that fun stuff. Students can definitely take the survey. I actually make my kids take the survey. I make my husband take the survey. Anna.
So I just wanted to share also, I know that it sometimes feels intimidating because it's this national PTA like application. They do a really good job also throughout the year of holding, were they training sessions, Katie, or something like kind of meetings where you would go into breakout rooms and talk to other units and brainstorm. And so you're not going to feel alone during this process. And I remember like it can get intimidating, and they have examples of what other schools have done if you can't think of something. But I can guarantee, our PTAs do so much work and do such great things for all of our kids. This is just kind of like a way to, how are we going to put it on paper? How are we going to submit it and get the designation for our school? Because I can guarantee, probably 100% of schools are already doing this work. But now it's just a matter of putting it on paper and getting feedback from parents and stuff. Would you agree, Katie? It's a lot of it is just things that we already do. Now we got to put it on paper and submit it. And I think that's probably like just the most intimidating part. But like, as Katie said, it is achievable. And I know she'll help you guys.
Yeah. So one of the last slides has my contact information, so you guys can definitely reach out to me. This QR code, I don't think I touched base on it. So this will take you to a website provided, or actually a Google Sheet. So National PTA gave examples of some of the questions to other units' action plan. So you can kind of see like what did they write about? What are some focus areas that they chose to improve and things like that. So definitely take a screenshot of this, use that QR code, and just kind of read through the different examples. It'll probably help you guys think of something. So
Katie, I've got a couple questions in the chat. It says, so Jennifer Dragato says, hi, I don't remember seeing it in another language. You can utilize online translation services to translate the questions. She said you can also do a forum. Alicia asks, can students do the survey?
yes.
There's another question. Do you recommend asking the school to send through Parent Square so we can try to reach more parents?
Yes, any avenues as much as possible. Social media, Square, Parent Square, Dojo, emails, all the different apps that all the parents have.
Okay, and someone asks, came on here late, will the presentation be emailed? It will go up on our website in about a week or so. Just gives a little time to get it, done and up on our website. So that's 33rdpta.org. And I think Sybil has a question.
Yes.
Sorry, last question for me. Besides recognition, is there funding or how would I say this in a polite way? Are there grants that can go towards the school? Is there something, I guess, in addition to recognition that the school is awarded, in addition to the recognition?
No, but maybe we can suggest it to National PTA. No, yeah, it's just the banner, which is cool to hang. It's kind of like bragging rights, right? Like your membership numbers, right? There's always that competition of like, where are my membership numbers compared to this other school? Like friendly, right? Friendly competition. So this is a great way to just show your parents like, hey, we have an awesome PTA. We have an awesome school. So.
And just to be clear, there was no right or wrong answer. It was just to clarify. Thank you.
No worries. But that would be nice. So yeah, celebrating is huge. So if you guys earn that designation, it's important to share that with your community and the students. Anna?
Hi again. To follow up with Sybil, know that this one doesn't like what Katie said, but what you can do is you can apply for national PTA grants. They have a ton of grants and you can use that grant towards creating a program that you can use to submit for National PTA School of Excellence.
Which are due by tomorrow. So
are they due tomorrow?
Yeah, national PTA grants are due tomorrow. And Melanie, you confirmed that California State PTA grants are due the 15th of October. So yeah, those are great ways to win some grants, put on some special programs for your school, and really just help your initiative and your efforts with creating more family engagement at your school. Jennifer?
Hello, good evening. Katie, I do believe that there is one grant that you can qualify for if you are a School of Excellence.
Oh, is it the Phoebe one?
I think it's the Phoebe, the Phoebe Apperson or Hearst, something like that. Yes, I think it's probably like one school. I do have to read more into it, but I think one of the schools that does apply for it, for the School of Excellence, qualifies them for that grant, and only School of Excellence designees can apply for it.
Awesome. That is on the website too. So if you guys go to the National PTA School of Excellence, scroll all the way to the bottom, there is more information on that. Let's see. So let me go through the last few slides. This is just a resource page. This QR code will take you to the National PTA School of Excellence program website. This is again the QR code so that you can apply. And again, I said I am no expert, so if you need more help, excellence@pta.org is their email that you guys can always reach out to. But I mean, if you have questions, here is my email. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to share my Google form with you guys that you guys can duplicate and use yourself. So I'll leave that up real quick. And then I just wanted to show you guys another slide. So can you guys still see my screen?
Yes, we see the Canvas screen in your
Got it.
browser.
So that QR code that I was telling you about that shares what other schools have done with, what is your goal and improvement and focus area. This will kind of give you an idea, like what did other units do? What did they write about? And then give you an idea of what you guys can talk about. And it's like, there's different tabs here: diversity, equity, inclusion. So, big on DEI, education and enrichment, health, safety, and well-being. So those were those three focus areas. So just take a look at those answers. Let's see, I think this is what you were talking about, Jen, the Phoebe Apperson-Hurst Awards. So that is where you guys can earn a grant. And I think that's all I have.
Yes.
Anyone else have any other questions? I'll put this back up, so if you guys want to take my email down.
Thank you so much, Katie. I see we're getting some love reactions and stuff in the chat here. We can't thank you enough for spending your evening helping us out here and do great things for kids in our communities. I mean, anytime we can figure out what we can do to better serve our PTA communities, I think that's pretty amazing. So I want to thank you all. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. And thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.